Hello, everybody. Happy Saturday to you. Welcome to another Speed Gaming race. That is the Link to the Past Randomizer tournament on Speed Gaming 1. Today I am joined by Koi. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Wonderful. Well, today's mode, randomly chosen by the bot, is Inverted Key Sanity. So we will be starting in the Dark World, and otherwise it is a Key Sanity. The main difference is we do start with an activated flute to help travel just a little bit, but otherwise we are still searching for the usual items to get into Light World this time. And we'll be starting here in just a minute.
Randomly chosen. With an asterisk.
Just randomly chosen Inverted Key Sanity.
Well, it's not random though, is what I mean.
Oh, that's true. So it is based on prior
it's
races.
Weighted. I think our two runners had an equal chance of getting inverted keys and one other mode, but all the other ones are like greatly unlikely.
That's true. So far, the modes have not been this, so this had one of the higher chances for sure. So we'll be starting in just a minute. And just as a heads up, we have Jinxie Girl as our tracker today, and our restreamer is Adirondack Rick. So thank you both as well. And here we go.
So this is actually a pretty hype matchup because of who the players are, although the implications for the results of this race aren't that big a deal. Both Jet and Eri have already qualified for the next stage of the tournament. But this race will determine the seeding, first or second out of the group.
Very true.
Jet and Eri are both so good that I mean, who cares, right? I just want to see them play.
That's true. If Eri wins, then they're an automatic first seed in their bracket, basically, or in their section. And if Jet wins, then the race tomorrow will determine who's first or second.
So we have immediate divergence here in inverted key sanity. Eri going over to Mireshed for a quick overworld, couple checks, trying to find money and bombs. Meanwhile, Jet just went straight into Thieves Town. But Eri not too far behind, headed there as well. We already found 20 rupees in here. We'll need 30 to do the chess game, but we want to have another 20 after that as well for the archery game to get extra rupees. Boots are nice, though. Definitely good to find early.
Boots early in an inverted key sanity. That is a very nice find.
Makes death warping so much faster when you can just dash into the Zazak.
Very true. So some early potential stops could be Death Mountain for getting Super Bunny Cave. Could be Chest Game, as Koi was saying. Oh,
Jet,
what are you doing?
Oh my god.
Jet does have enough money for the Arrow game down south.
Professional random player right there. Doesn't even know how many rupees it is. There's a bunch of pots in Thieves Town that have blue rupees. I think you can get like 25 or 30 rupees or something if you open every one. But they are all really out of the way. Like none of them are easy to get to.
They are. With $20, you see many runners going for the bow game down south next to the dig game.
Yeah, I would have thought he would go south. That would have made a lot of sense.
Probably a bumper check, looks like. Meanwhile, Eriror's checking out C-shaped house.
Oh my god, it's a Meyer key. It doesn't mean anything, but it might mean everything.
Da, da, da.
Yeah, Eri goes north too. I don't know. I would have expected them to go south with their 20 rupees, get a bunch more rupees, do dig game and Stumpy, and then you can like flute over, buy some bombs, do hype cave. But sure, we can go to Skullwoods. Skullwoods is fine too. We can get bombs here as well if we need to.
Very true. The back drop down does have 2 readily available bombs, and you can quickly death warp if you need to get several more.
So this room sucks at the best of times, and this is actually the worst of times. All right, well, we have opened the door. Is the Gibdo in the way? Okay, we're good. Whew.
If a Gibdo's in the way, you're not making it through that door with no sword. And
it's just completely random, I think. Like, the Gibdo just might be standing directly in the doorway, and you have no way to get out because you don't have a sword.
The only way you're getting through that door is if you come in with 3 hearts and damage boost through then, but Jet would have been out of luck. And both are making the early Skull Woods play.
So Jet steals the key here. I don't know if he's going to spend it. Sometimes you steal the key because you're silly and forget that it's inverted. But that's what I did in my inverted keys race. But you don't have to spend the key here, because you can just drop down and then save and quit, and you like because it's inverted and we have the flute. Like you can just go back here whenever you want. But if you spend this key, now you have to find an extra key in order to kill Mothula later.
And there are only, I believe, 3 Skullwoods keys floating around.
There's plenty of them. It's very unlikely to be a big punish. Oh, nice glove though for Eri. And Eri did not spend a key. He just dropped down, so he'll save and quit out because he can't get out anyway.
And that does unlock 1 check in Hookshot Cave. At least logically. I don't know if
and Catfish as well.
Oh, that's true. I don't know if Eriror can hover, or I don't think Jet can. I could be wrong.
Eri can definitely hover.
And
I don't know if that's like his normal thing that he does though. Like it might just be a Mulorn thing.
And that's a hammer from Chess Game, so we are a Moon Pearl away from Light World access.
So for those who may not be aware, Eri is actually the world record holder for NMG, which is like the main speedrun for Link to the Past. So he's pretty good. He's pretty good at this game.
He's played it once or twice. Oh, and a comfy 4 dig games. That's not too bad.
And Jet did end up spending that key, so he will have to find another key if he wants to kill Mothula later.
And
there are 3 of them. We'll be fine.
That's true. And he also did not pick up any bombs from Skull Woods, so does not have that option to do Hype Cave unless Stumpy has bombs.
Yeah, Eri didn't buy bombs, but Jet did. Oh, nice fire rod. That's gross.
Ugh, that's 1 more check in Skull Woods, people. Jet has given us a Hype Cave check. Just a compass. And our Light World access.
Okay, I am actually like super shocked that Eri is climbing the mountain right now.
A little bit.
Because you could just go buy some bombs. go to Hype Cave.
It looks like Jet's gonna take this to Stumpy and get his ice rod. And Eriror's going to Aghonim's Tower to get
you can get 1 check here. I got some bombs. There you go. Now I got a Hype Cave, right?
Well, I think that's an invitation. I think they're probably checking out 1 check, if not more.
Yeah, he's gonna go to Super Bunny, I'm sure.
Yeah, Super Bunny 1 check or more in Hookshot. And like you said, if they can hover, then he can.
Like you already climbed all the way up here.
Whoa!
Oh my god, Eri. Oh my god.
Oh gosh, takes a death. Those Lionels mean business at the beginning of the game here.
Now we'll go to Hype Cave.
We'll see if Jet elects to go north or south, and we are going south. So we'll see what kind of route he chooses into the Light World. Or... Nope.
No, we got a flute. We can just do whatever, man.
Right, I forgot about that. And he's going to go north into Kakariko.
A nice tree pole.
I forgot Jet had not done Chess Game, so now he has Light World access. Jet gets the 50-50. From that bush, there's also 1 more down to the left of it. Skullwoods map.
Eri gets his Light World access as well. Going to Kakariko. Or at least to the portal at Kakariko.
Okay, it looks like we are going...
Die!
We're going Light World through Dark Kakariko or...
Please no guard, please no guard, please no guard, please no guard. Ah!
That's true, we want to wish good on Jet here. There we go.
He got a heart, he's fine.
Or a little ground bomb, that would have been horrible.
Oh, no, Aries in the same position here. So if you get a guard instead of a heart, you just die here. Yep, there it goes. My gosh.
That early Dark World is no joke for the best of runners as well, so don't think you're alone when you go to the Dark World early and you're like, oh my god, everything hurts.
Alright, so this is an inverted thing, but like you spend so much time trying to find Light World access, and now you get it, and now you get to do like a million checks in the Light World to choose from. And because it's key sanity, like there's no like clear dungeons to go to. Like every dungeon that you can get into, you can't full clear. So lots of overworld favoring usually happens right about now.
Yeah, still looking for a bunch of items, keys, you name it, still looking. And there's our pod key. Eastern. And a little bit of money.
Alright, Ari successfully finds himself in the Light World and gonna check Lost Woods before Kakariko.
Gets mugged first. Flippers.
Nick Flippers.
sword?
Alright, we can now dash safely.
Except through Lionel. Still can't do that. And a second bottle with a B. We got a B tour. Looks like Eriror's heading towards Lumberjack. With the boots, all you are missing right now is your sword, and you're missing the lamp for Aga, so
And
getting this check out of the way.
2 keys.
Oh, 2 keys too. Yeah, you're right. I keep forgetting it's key sanity.
Small key on the Lumberjack, though. Probably won't need it, but it is certainly possible.
I keep getting modes mixed up. My head keeps telling me this is the mode that has the 2 small keys in Aga Tower.
Yeah, that's the other key sanity.
Right. Well, we do pick up an early swamp small key, maybe. No, we don't. That was a small key on the ledge here. We don't know what that is. Oh, hi, Cape.
The Cape.
And a map to Ganon's Tower. So useful.
See how Ari routes this. So if you plan to continue walking out from this area, you just do the back of escape first, and then you just go forward in the escape to come out the sanctuary chest last. But if you were gonna save and quit, then you might check like sanctuary first and then just drop down and save and quit. Okay, so we're gonna walk out.
Probably just runs back to Kakariko from here. I do not see Eriror heading towards Zora checks yet.
This is kind of a different play than when it's not key sanity, because there's a good chance like the small key's in here and it kind of ruins the whole route. But in key sanity, like you're almost definitely not going to get that small key, so this all works out safely.
You get bombs in the back of escape. That is the second way inside Ice Palace already. And with your sword, early ice play could be a thing.
It could be. It's just we have so much overworld we can do right now. There's not a strong incentive for going to a dungeon that you can't full clear at this time. But you know, once we've done all this and we've done like South Shore and maybe like East Death Mountain, then stuff like going into ice with no big keys is starting to look pretty good.
Routing early in inverted is just such a pain sometimes. It all depends on what kind of gear you have going into the light world.
Where are we going, Jet? I guess we're just gonna go back north and do the Lost Woods.
Yeah, just gonna kind of repeat, I think, what Eriror is finishing up.
Kind of weird to go backwards to Kakariko like that. Because there were more checks going south too, but I mean, I guess you can just save and quit and head there. Or you could take the big loop around, like do South Shore into the flipper checks, and then come back from Potion Shop over to these checks.
Nice tree pull, too. I don't know what tier that was, but it was 8 bombs per bomb. And accidentally taking out the bush crab before finding out what they're dropping. Whoops.
He deserved it.
That's true. He was hiding something. And that small key on Lumberjack is a little bit worrisome, but not too much at this point. It could very well be a 6 pod key or skull key you don't really need. Who knows?
So given the way he's routed it, I kind of expect Jet to save and quit after the escape here. So we might see him check the Sanctuary chest first. Like I was saying before. Because then you just re-enter the light world south of Link's house.
True, and Jet does have an interesting opportunity, though. He could go from Sanctuary, go east, and take a little bit of a longer route to get to the Zora area, and then also take a portal down southeast and start routing in, say, Ice Rod Cave west. Could.
Yeah.
But does elect to go ahead and get that Sanctuary chest before the drop down.
Yeah, I think it's gonna save and quit. Don't forget Graveyard Ledge. Good. That one's really easy to forget.
It can be. Inverted opens up a few things that aren't normally available.
Yeah, if you don't play a lot of Inverted, like this is one of the weirder checks. This one and Bumper Cave for people.
Cave 45 can surprise people too.
Have we seen Bumper Cave? We never saw that, right?
We did. I want to say it was a map or compass. I think it was a compass, if I remember right. I thought Eriror checked it early. And our tracker Jinxie Girl confirming it was nothing.
Okay. And that's a save and quit for Jet. Gonna most likely enter the light world south of Link's house, where he will suddenly be exactly where Eri is.
And both of them have cleared out basically the exact same things at this point, so they're going to be in the same area.
Well, Eri did the first test of Aga Tower and then got murdered by Lionels.
Oh, that's true. One extra check by him done.
It's basically ahead.
That's true. Re-entering or entering that the dam entrance by about 2 seconds ahead of Jet. So there you go. Well,
yeah, I think Eri's light world route just ended up being more efficient. Not having to save and quit and then re-enter the light world.
It's very true.
Are we diverging? Are we diverging? No.
No. So right now it is a pretty tempting time to go west just to get the checks out of the way. You don't have a book, but book is your only way in the desert, so how quickly do you check Agina and Checkerboard Cave? Because that's available as well.
Routing the light world is really difficult to do efficiently. Because like you say, you don't want to go over there until you can do everything over there, but it's Sanity, right? It's not unlikely that you'll have to double dip the area. But because you can't flute in the light world where all the checks are, everything is far away from where you enter the light world every single time.
And we had 2 evil shields in Mini Moldrum Cave. That's just rude.
And that's why we picked up the piece of heart.
Please!
Jet. Well, Eri already had an overall death, so if Jet dies, it'll even them up.
Yeah, that's true. All for $1.
So you might have noticed Eri dashing out of the cave next to the pit that sets up a water walk, and then he activates it on that little waterfall there. Just a neat little thing you can do. Water walking with the flippers.
Yes, and since you have flippers, if you walk over any sort of shallow land, you will lose it, but yeah, it's okay.
It's like barely faster. What Eri did versus what Jet did.
Right. Yeah, it's hard to say if that blue boomerang will be picked up. It could be useful this early, especially with how many deaths are taking. And the stun prize could be worth it, who knows. We've already got a red boomerang. I prefer the blue, though.
To the waterfall ferry.
Pretty much mimicking each other's routes at this point, both with more than enough money to get these checks out of the way.
Alright, so concluding with Zora and Zora Ledge, this will be the end of our bulk set of checks. There's still a lot more overworld we can do, but nothing quite as dense as what we've done so far. But we can go Front of Escape and do the Uncle Drop as well. We could go over to the desert area for Agina and Checkerboard Cave. Sahasrahla is a quick 3 checks once you're there. But other than that, yeah, stuff like Ice is looking pretty darn good.
Ice is clearable at this point. No cane, but you do have your hammer, you do have your glove. Eastern, you do have your big key, but you cannot clear it, so questionable, but could be what you need, who knows. And with that sword, we do have the back of Skullwoods as well.
Or we could just do Catfish.
That works too. And actually, I think Eri stole the back key of Skull, so until they actually find a key, I don't think he can actually do Skullwoods yet.
That was Jet.
Oh, was it Jet? Okay.
Yeah, I think we found a key somewhere.
Oh, you're right. I did not see that on the tracker. Okay, never mind. We're good. Skullwoods is the thing if they want, and Quake for Myers. So not good.
Catfish as a check makes sense there because like you already did the Zora area, so you don't have any other way to get to Catfish. And because we have the flute, Catfish will never be faster than it already is. And Ice Palace is the play for Eriror.
It's dangerous, but a solid play.
I definitely would not have done this, but...
Would you do it with if you had, like, Samaria?
Nope. Nope. At this point, I wouldn't do this unless I had Samaria and the big key.
What about half magic?
No, it's not a safety thing. It's an orphaning stuff thing.
Got you. You prefer to pull clear a dungeon if you're able to. It's kind of like going into Thieves Town without the small key.
Especially this early in a key sanity seed, because you know we're only like 100,000 keys from go mode. So like, do you really think there's a world where we're not going to do Front of Escape and the Uncle Drop? Is there a world where we don't save the old man and check Spectral Rock Cave? No, right? It's key sanity. You're going to do all the things.
Very true. Well, we do have our GT big key, nothing immediately useful, but eventually it'll be a thing. And so far, really, Ice Palace is the only clear check besides maybe Skullwoods. Those are the two beatables. Other than that,
Skullwoods isn't crazy. It's just like we don't have the big key, and then Mothula's not even in logic.
Right. Not without 3 smalls, I think.
So you go there and you get like 2 checks, and only one of them's even in logic.
And Eriror's just hovering ice gap, no big deal.
Yeah, it's a bit faster than the Ice Palace Bomb Jump. But you know, you have to like be able to do it.
And Old Man had Samaria.
Hey, not bad. It's gonna make Ice a lot faster for Jet.
Also getting a spec rock look. And full heart. And Jet is thinking about it, and he may go get it. Yeah, that's early. Green mail? Yeah, why
Yeah,
not?
I think he's thinking about going at ice. And ice is scary, always.
It's really tempting, though. He's got full magic. He does have that red cane, so it would be a faster clear if he does not die to anything.
Yeah, picking up hearts here. This is Ice Palace, for sure.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. He's following in Erai's footsteps, not behind by too much, and frankly, with that, Samaria is going to catch up mighty quick.
I just went to get an extra heart. Why are you bugging me?
Poor Jet, these two are getting bullied.
So yeah, with Canis Maria, Jet can do Icebreaker to get through this dungeon faster. It doesn't give him access to any extra checks or anything like that. It's just a faster way to get through the dungeon. I forget the actual time difference, but I'm pretty sure it's like over a minute.
Yeah, I think it's close to a minute and a half, I want to say. And that's assuming that you pull off Ice Palace Bomb Jump quickly and optimally get through the rooms. Jet does not know the bomb strats to get through the Pin Gator room, though, so having to take a little slower route.
Honestly, it's more of like a key sanity thing, or not key sanity. I'm sorry, cross keys thing. I don't know how much entrance rando Jet plays.
Not sure. I really haven't seen Jet play a whole lot of Randomizer the past year or two.
Like I never learned any strats for that room except for spinning twice with Tempered Sword until I started playing cross keys.
And it looks like Eriror just found that big key for Turtle Rock as well. Which at this point is not integral, but you get a mirror.
Harry, are you skipping Iced Tea? Are we skipping Iced Tea?
Oh my gosh. Well, maybe just giving him the...
That's so aggressive.
Maybe just giving himself a better excuse to return in case
did
he
he skip Iced Tea? Oh, he did check it. I'm sorry. I missed him checking it.
It was Ether. Okay, we were probably concentrating on Jet trying to dodge bombs.
Okay. Oh yeah, he doesn't have a key right now. He would have a key if he hadn't checked it. Nice rod.
So, Eriror smartly picked up a blue potion before coming in, or maybe it was a drop for the potions? I don't think blue potion came in as we bought it. Oh, hello, bow.
Oh, nice bow. We can full clear Eastern now.
Eastern, we can get a bit of pod.
I mean, it's like nowhere in logic, but like, who cares, right?
Right.
And a crystal to boot, I believe.
Yeah, so crystal number 1 for Eriror, just about 27 minutes. That was a pretty darn full Ice Palace there. Turns out that was the right play.
Well, I mean, it had things. It's still possible. Like the Ice Palace big key is just sitting on the uncle, right? And then like the hook shot was in that big chest all along.
That's true.
Right. If that's the case, we're not going to find out for like another hour and a half.
Very true.
When you don't have anything, everywhere you could go has something, right?
Pretty much. This randomizer is evil. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. But it's fun. Was that another small pod that Eri just picked up?
It was the big key for desert.
Oh, goodness. I missaw that. Which really doesn't mean too much, but if they manage to find a book, desert is also clearable.
Speaking of...
Sorry, chat. That does give him a good excuse, though, to check out, like we said, checkerboard and Agina as well. So
It's still
Jet,
not. It's still not like 100% play because we're still missing that Desert Palace small key.
true.
And since the only way to get to desert is from the light world, it's a pretty sore double dip if you have to go back. Nice 3 arrow strat for Eri.
Don't get hugged, Jet. Not a good thing. I don't think Jet.
He did a panic swipe with the fighter sword.
Which fighter sword does not get through the puff. So if you
No,
swing at fighter sword,
it just whiffs on them.
yep. And I do not believe Jet picked up a potion, so Jet does not want to get hugged.
He's totally fine. You can hold your sword out to hit them with the hammer easier, because like having the sword out will extend the range at which the hammer hits. But the downside is you walk slower, right, with the sword out, so it can be harder to dodge the puffs.
Dodge the puffs and also those ice blocks which fall too. But Jet does pick up his first crystal, just short of 30 minutes. We still don't know if it's a 5-6, but it's a crystal. Well, bottle number 3 in Eastern Palace.
And Jet going straight to Eastern as well.
So from where they are, do you think straight to Desert's a play, or would you maybe either save and quit, or would you head west from Saha to go check the front of Escape?
I like that play better. To go to the Escape. But I'm a pessimist, you know. I think the seed's going to be really mean to me. So I'm gonna do everything I can to make the routing as efficient as possible, because I don't believe the game's gonna let me skip anything. These guys have already shown that they think they can skip everything and be okay.
True. So we have a green pendant Skullwoods, and we found small keys to both Pod and Turtle Rock in Saha's hut.
Did we get a bow at Eastern? Did I miss finding a bow in Eastern?
Oh my gosh.
What a dumb seed.
Okay, now Thieves Town without the small key as an option.
I was so distracted by Jet's Cold Stir fight.
Okay, well this seed is opening up just a bit.
Not forgetting Sahasrala's hut is Eriror. He almost did.
Well, that tells us that he's probably going to go ahead and save and quit from Saha's hut, though I don't think the front of Escape's on his mind yet.
Yeah, I think he'll go to Desert like he wanted.
Well, I can kind of see a reason not to do the front of Escape yet. I mean, you're not going to misuse your keys, but logically, anything past the first check in Escape is not going to be in logic.
Yeah, but it's logically skipping a key that has no other value.
Very true.
That could just be anywhere. So, I mean, like, it makes sense to wait for killing Lambo, right? Without the small key, so that you can do the small key checks while you're there on the first trip. But it doesn't make sense to wait for the Hyrule Castle small key before you do those checks, because you don't need that anyway. It's something to keep track of, though. Like, you want to know where it was later, but it doesn't make a lot of sense to put it off for forever just because. They're going to put off doing Front of Escape because it's overworld and not a required area of the game, not just because they're missing the small key.
But it is six pretty quick checks, though, so I see your point of view as well.
Yeah, it's just so much more dense than other options.
Oh, thanks, game. Map to ice. Alright, so Jet's cleaning up Eastern Palace, and we have Eriror heading towards Desert Palace. this point. Eriror's not too concerned about getting any money at this point, so ignoring that $50 has more than enough money for Kiki.
Nothing on the ledge.
Gosh, these checks are all horrible. Like, it's tough when the most thorough play almost looks like the back of Skull Woods with 2 clearable things, but a green pendant, so a 3rd item, versus a Thieves Town you can go into but not get the big chest, and a desert you can go into but not get the right side 2 checks.
Honestly, the answer is probably just Turtle Rock. Like we got Cane, Fire Rod, the big key, 2 out of 3 medallions, 2 small keys. That's a lot of checks in Turtle Rock.
We're just missing the entry to it, I think, at this point.
What?
They need, I think, inverted in either a mirror or Quake. I think.
No, they can get there. It's in the Dark World. You just from Agatar, you just walk right and you're there.
Trying to think.
You jump on the tail.
Yeah, but you still need Quake.
Well, you need whatever medallion it is.
That's right. We have Quake from Meyer.
It's a random medallion.
right. My brain was reading the Meyer medallion as the Turtle Rock one. I don't know why.
No, they don't need mitts for that.
Mitts are only needed, logically, for either getting to Dark Death Mountain on the east side. No way, that's no. Just mainly for King's Tomb.
King's Tomb is the only thing that always requires mitts, but mitts can still be required for access to Light East Death Mountain, like what you're saying.
That's what I was looking for.
As well as jumping over to the Light World. Like the desert area, you can access that with the mitts early if you don't have another way to get there.
So just from sheer execution, Eriror's opening up the differences between the 2 runners, and Jet so far is pretty much following in his footsteps.
Yeah, execution's a part of it. Jet also made that extra play to get the Canis Mario with the old man, which is, a pretty significant amount of time to do that. That's mostly what he's behind. But the Cold Surf fight definitely helped for Eriror.
And like you said, with that likely access to Turtle Rock, Jet has more of a reason right now to go up Death Mountain, whereas Eriror has more of an excuse to keep clearing Light World.
Yeah, not knowing the cane is accessible definitely changes the equation. Oh, looks like Pod's going to be the play here for Eriror.
Not a bad play, 2 keys, so that'll allow you to get most of the dungeon, just none of the optional checks with the big key chest or...
I'm still surprised we're not doing Front of Escape. I think Front of Escape just looks so much better.
It does look good at this point. 6 pretty darn easy checks. Only downside is you got a death warp, but you have green mail, so it's all good.
Why is everyone in chat so concerned about the group letters being wrong? Do you guys have the groups memorized? Do you know what group I'm in without looking?
Oh, chat, just concentrate on the race, have some fun. It's all good. Mistakes happen. You know the difference, that's what matters.
You didn't know that though, right, Serger? Nobody knows. I don't know if we have the ability to change the letters, you guys.
I don't think we can. I think the only one who can is the restreamer, and may not be able to do that while the race is going. I'm not sure.
Well, I don't know if the escape has anything or not. I mean, it may be completely empty and it's just a waste of time to go there. I just think it's very, very unlikely that we're going to go through this whole seed without ever doing it. So I don't see the point in putting it off for that long. Nice hover there, by the way.
Yeah, you're showing off those hover strats.
That's a pretty significant time save to not have to go down the bow side.
And now Hyrule Castle's in Logic, so We'll see if you're right, Koi.
Wait, what?
We got a Hyrule Castle key on the right side there. Bowlock
Nice.
side of pod. So now all of Escape is in logic. With the fire rod,
I don't know. Maybe they're waiting because they don't have the mirror or something, so that you don't want to have to death warp in Hyrule Castle. Maybe, I don't know.
Or it could be like two small pod keys, and suddenly this dungeon becomes fully clearable. Oh, big key to Hera. Okay, still.
Yeah, we don't have any access to Hera yet.
Yeah, can't get there.
Lumberjack was a small key.
Question mark useful at this point. Could be Swamp Small, probably not.
Yeah, there's quite a few small keys that we need to unlock checks, but the only one that's like definitely required is like the Swamp Small, if that's a crystal.
Ooh, Master Sword in the Dark Room and Pod. And oh!
Womp,
See, bites
womp.
him again. Yep, bites him again. Does he go back for it, though? Yes. No?
Can you repeat the question?
No, wow, he's going out. There's still one more not logical check from Eri in the back of Pod, but with that death, it likes to go ahead and skip it. I think it's like the bomb chest in the upper left-hand corner of that dark room.
Ares playing pretty aggressively, I think.
Looks like it. With an opponent like Jet, sometimes you feel like, even if you're one of the best in the world, you gotta make the call.
Well, Ares actually advantaged in their matchup. So for Jet to get out first in the group, he has to sweep Aerie. But for Aerie to get out first, he only has to split. So it's not a big deal if he throws a game by playing too aggressive or something like that.
So Eriror going with the escape checks and the uncle check here, 2 checks. And Jet decided to go straight for Thieves Town.
Which, again, is a place where we cannot full clear.
Yep,
we're just orphaning stuff everywhere we go. let me just never do these 7 checks. I'm sure nothing bad will ever happen.
Nothing bad has ever been in a check yet left, right? I mean, that's not a thing.
I mean, if all these checks are skipping have nothing, like this is the best way to play it, right? You got to make a gamble sometime. Go big or go home, right?
And we get a shovel from the attic for Jet. Who knows how quickly that'll be checked, but he hasn't done the front of escape. Could combine it with that. Another key for Pod. Okay, 2 new checks from these runners going on. Blind Cell for Jet
so this chest with the Master Sword, that is the only check in the back of Thieves that is currently in Logic.
Okay, so we know where 3 of the 4 swords are. With how aggressively Eri is playing, I don't see him putting off Thieves Town too long. He seems perfectly fine with skipping checks, so with the ability to go ahead and just save and quit, start and flute right to Thieves Town, almost no reason not to go to it soon.
You can see him setting up a death warp here. We're going to check Dark Cross next.
Unless there was a full heart there, which there was not. But there is a 4th pod small.
Pod key.
Okay.
And with the Hyrule Castle key was in pod too, huh?
So maybe doing this before doing pod was actually a very good idea. Koi was on the right track.
No, it's not impactful though, because we don't have the big key anyway.
And
I guess we get to check like Harmless Hellway or something.
Red Pendant Thieves, what a shock.
Feels Pendant Man.
Still, you got a sword out of it. I don't think much else came out of it besides the shovel, so we'll see if that's anything.
Alright, this looks like Shovel, maybe. Possibly
Shovel
Front of Escape.
Exactly, Shovel Escape combo. Plus, maybe check out your 5-6 crystals, question mark?
It's not a very good combo. Like, as far as grouping things together, they're not really that close. They're close enough.
Right, given the checks that you've got left, it's about the best you can do. Okay, so Eriror, are you fluting to 3? You are. Thieves Town is the next play. I imagine probably Skull from there.
I'm surprised he's not going back up the mountain. Like, he originally wanted to go to Hookshot Cave and Super Bunny, presumably to hover Hookshot Cave,
Right.
looking for, I think he was looking for the Moon Pearl. So, I mean, at one point in time, he thought those were very good checks to do, but he hasn't been back since that overworld death.
Oh, wait. Did Blind drop a sword, too? No, wait. Blind did drop a sword. Did, what dropped a sword? How did Eriror get a third sword?
I don't know.
Where did we miss?
You think I pay attention? I don't know.
Alright, good God Pixel from Eriror. Well done. Okay, the Front of Escape. So, we now know where all 4 swords are. And so, Jet is about to pick up his 3rd sword. And as soon as he goes to pod, we'll pick up that 4th. And Eriror will have his butter sword here before too long, too. And now that shovel is a bit of an orphan check for Eriror. Already cleared out the Front of Escape, so you got to make that a very intentional check to go back and check shovel, which is fine because it's just our hard piece.
Maybe check it like with Smiths or something.
Possibly.
Maybe going back to desert. Maybe we'll check it right before we go back to Ice Palace for the big chest. Or back to Thieves for the big chest. Or back to Pod for the Dark Maze.
Well, Jet has not been there yet. He has more incentive to go back at this point, but I don't think Eriror is going back without at least the big key. There's that butter sword for Eriror. There's that sword I didn't see.
All the swords.
These 2 runners, they are pretty much good defensively. I mean, they don't need a mail upgrade. They've got silvers. They're going to have butter sword for both of them. They're pretty set. Like,
tempered boots and 7 hearts is pretty much all you need to be 100% comfortable in all situations.
These 2 are being pretty pampered. My gosh. And of course, Jet also setting up for that death warp. Gonna have to run into the guard 4 times since he did not elect to go down to 1 heart from the spike. Thing, guard, person. And Eriror is heading towards...
we're going Mothula.
Mothula, yeah. Still don't have that big key to Skull, so gonna have to orphan that front. And we also do know this is the 2nd pendant.
Well, orphaning the big chest in Skullwoods is a very different thing than orphaning the big chest in Thieves and Ice.
That's very true.
On one hand, we can get back to Skullwoods a lot faster than we can get to like Thieves Town, right? But on the other hand, the big key for Skullwoods only locks the big chest. It has no other purpose. Where it was logically required for full clearing the other 2 dungeons. So it's very possible the Skullwoods big key is just in Ganon's Tower, but the other 2 would have to be accessible before those bosses.
Okay, we'll see what Jet's next play is. Pulling out the flute.
So not Turtle Rock.
Not Turtle Rock at this point.
Okay, we're going to pod.
Okay, I'm gonna get a little more checks in here than what Eriror was able to pull out, but we'll see what he elects to spend with those 4 smalls. In this situation, do you think you would choose to open the big key chest if you have a choice, or the harmless hallway?
Nearly always, if I'm having to choose between them, I would open the harmless hallway
Makes
because
sense.
it takes longer to get back to. Although on 4 keys, we can be a little cheeky here if we wanted to, and scum the vanilla big chest.
That's true. And you can also pull the ultimate weird and elect to save that extra key and go through the right side several times. Which is
I don't think Jet's gonna do that.
probably not.
Like that's
Big time commitment.
there's situations where doing stuff like that seems worth it. Like if I have like 3 things left in the whole game and the other 2 are Hera basement and the Ice Palace big chest, I might do that. But in this situation, you just assume, oh, nice lamp.
Nice lamp in the back of Skull, readily available for quite a while here.
You just assume that you're going to get the key you need before it matters. Oh, so Jet actually going after Vanilla Big Key here.
And that lamp does put saving Gary in logic, so Turtle Rock is looking pretty darn good at this point.
But
like
we're not safe. Okay, Eri. Please, don't do that.
There you go. Gonna get rewarded with that red cane. It'll be interesting to see how quickly Eriror does go back, though, to turn in that green pendant, since that area is pretty orphaned until you go to pod, and even then, it would only be able to be easily checkable if you have the mirror. And we still don't even know if Swamp is our 3rd pendant. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you there.
Oh, I was just gonna say it's because he knew Skullwoods was the green pendant before he went there. So it was kind of a big call to go purposefully to kill an out of logic pendant boss whose fetch quest is super out of the way.
Well, and an
but then you get the lamp anyway, so it all works out.
True, and now Jet has that 3rd TR small, so you can clear out everything except that big key chest, the lava chest. Okay, now does Eri head up towards Turtle Rock? It looks like he is heading that way. Well, I guess you can't do it from this way, but no less. We are checking out Spectacle Rock. Probably find that full heart and say, yeah, I'm good.
Alright, should be right back to the mountain here for Eri. Yep.
Just a quick reminder for chat, don't forget to follow these 2 runners, Jet082 and Eriror. They're putting on a fantastic show. And my co-com Koi, and also Jinxie Girl for the tracking. Don't forget to follow them as well.
So given our item set, it's actually impossible to route in Spike Cave in any way that makes sense. But it is in logic.
You've got to make it just a one-off check and be ready to just go ahead and save and quit.
If we can find the mirror up here, you can like route the mountain to end at Hera or something, and then mirror and finish with Spike Cave.
True. And we're about to find out that one check that Eriror did miss in pod. Which is Quake. Uh-oh. That could be big.
You need that for Meyer. Uh-oh.
And Eriror might not head back there until he finds the pod big keys. So that
Which could be in Meyer.
Could be in Meyer. but we're about to see a sideways hover from Eriror, and he almost pulls it off.
I guess the benefit from this is you would your hover would end at like the earliest possible time because you're going to open the chest as soon as you can. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it. I've never seen anybody do that.
I can't imagine that would be easier than hovering, though.
Holding down B the whole time?
Yeah.
It's just you just have a different grip, I guess. Jet going to Big Keyless Meyer.
Oh,
there's that pod Big Key for Airy.
Okay, so locked behind a hook shot, which is maybe in Meyer?
Alright, so he'll probably get the Quake sooner rather than later.
Probably, but if Meyer does hold our hook shot, that is just mean. Okay, so it is Ether for Total Rock, so we're about to go in and darn near full clear, but leave one check behind in Total Rock unless we find a vanilla key somewhere. Oh, never mind, we have a fourth small. Where the heck was that?
Oh, he actually hovers faster moving left with his sword out. Oh, interesting.
Oh, I didn't know that. So less hovering needed, I guess? I don't know. So at some point, Eriror picked up a fourth tier small. May have been in Hookshot Cave that I missed. I'm not sure. Or maybe it was in Skull Woods. I did not see both those checks.
Wait, what? I was paying attention.
Eriror picked up a fourth small to Turtle Rock, so you can full clear.
Oh, I guess it was in Hookshot Cave. Chat says.
Was it? Oh, okay.
Behind something, the hookshot, yeah.
Well, for once, a dungeon that we can go full clear without leaving a check behind, so that's nice.
Although, to be fair, he didn't intend to full clear this. He just happened to find the key on the way.
Very, very true. But with a better sword, this dungeon will be pretty swift for both runners.
I mean, orphaning the lava chest is pretty standard. Like, the density in Turtle Rock is too great to ignore for very long.
Hey, it's a fetch quest.
The worst fetch quest in Inverted.
Yeah, no flute available to that area. Can't mirror to it. So you pretty much have to wander all the way from either Kakariko east or south of Link's house northeast.
So yeah, south of Link's house and then just take the whirlpool.
Oh, that's true. Just go south, take the whirlpool.
Ooh, we got a castle tower key in Meyer. That opens one more check there.
Bum, bum, bum.
We're now halfway to getting that small key on the lumberjack.
Well, we're well into the seed now, 57 minutes in. Both runners have 3 crystals. The difference, I suppose, at this point is Eriror is up a dungeon with Skullwoods if, for some reason, Pedestal is a thing.
Why? I mean, I think the big thing right now is Airy hovered Hookshot Cave.
That's true. With these, only fell once. Oh, and Jet heading up Aga Tower to get that second check.
Well, he hasn't got the first check either.
Oh, he hasn't done that front one either. That's right. That was Eriror at the beginning. Just before that Lionel incident.
We are in the dark, but this is a pretty familiar dark room for veteran players like these.
True. I think it's wander just a bit south, shoot a fireball left, and you get that room lit up. Or you just do what Jet's doing and just wander through it with a sword. That's cool.
This one's not too hard with like nothing in hand. Like you have to do that pretty often in cross keys, but It's all the rooms after it that are really difficult unless you have more items. All right, not wanting to have to backtrack through Aga Tower in the dark. Just gonna save and quit. This almost definitely ends up being faster.
Most definitely, and I did kill all the enemies in that room, but still
Yeah, nothing
navigating
at
that.
Death Warp. Nothing at Death Warp on.
Yeah. Looks like Jet maybe setting up for... Nope. I thought he was going to set up for Spy Cave, but maybe just didn't get enough hearts to feel that. And plus has no magic, so there's that too.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he was thinking about Spy Cave. I wouldn't have thought so, but like, what else would he need hearts for?
And we got Eriror cleaning up Turtle Rock. And had a half heart, no worries, just still doing the dash strats, even though could have walked right into those lasers and got in the chest. No, just dash strats. Wow, I've never seen that strategy from Eriror that he just did with that dash through that room. Not gonna lie, that's pretty cool.
I'm sure Eri won't die.
That's true. And as chat's pointing out, did get that safety door.
Yeah, because he wasn't sure whether or not he would die.
Alright, and nice zero cycle from Eriror on Trinex. And Jet joining him in Turtle Rock.
Yeah, without the last key. Although I don't think Lava Chest was anything, so it'll be fine.
Ooh, gotta play with that reduced flashing Jet. Okay, Eriror, where do you go now? Back to pot, perhaps? You got those 5 smalls and the big key. Could clear out the rest of it.
We're going Spike Cave.
It is a good check. If you do choose pod as your next dungeon, you could use that as an excuse to go ahead and do that, and then go to Light World, check Green Pendant. But otherwise, if Swamp Palace is a pendant, then at this point, Eriror does not need Hookshot. Unless East Dark Death Mountain or East Light World Death Mountain requires what he just got. Never. Why do I keep doing that? Okay, so Hera maybe.
Now we go pod here, right?
Do we?
No, he's going to the mountain.
Well, you got Ether Tablet, and Hera is extremely quick, but it is a bit of a time commitment, certainly.
I mean, Hera itself may be quick, but getting to Hera and doing all the overworld on the way to Hera is less quick.
True. And the worst part is you get, oh, looks like Jet took a death. Was it intentional? I couldn't tell.
I think so.
Oh, didn't have any magic.
I would have thought he went to pod, because that's full clearable now.
But the routing is even harder in Inverted in East Death Mountain sometimes, because right now, normally you can go clear Hera, walk back east, and drop...
Oh, cute.
Hi, Hookshot. So you could walk back east and drop down and do the Spiral Cave, but in Inverted, you're like, suddenly you have the opportunity to go ahead and do Mimic Cave, but that requires one extra trip down and up Death Mountain.
Yeah, to full clear, you don't have a choice. You have to climb Paradox like 3 times. So that's actually a really great hookshot location for Jet, because Jet likely, after Turtle Rock, is going to run over and do Spike Cave, just like Eri did. And then when he gets the mitts, he'll go to the Dark World, or go to the Light World, and get that hookshot right away. Now, going back and getting Hookshot Cave, though, may be difficult, but if we're really, really lucky, the mirror will just be in Paradox or something like that.
Well, and now they have a little bit more of an excuse to turn in that Mushroom Tube, being able to combine it with King's Tomb. It's not great, but it is still close enough. Jet remembering he is 1 key short of full clearing, so skipping that lava chest as expected. which in a seed like this could really potentially bite you, though we know where that fourth key is coming up. But
And that was our last pod key for Eri.
okay, well, there's still what, 1, 2,
This
3.
is our third pendant, I just realized.
Oh yeah, okay, so Swamp Palace is a thing, so that hookshot is needed. I don't think we've had either runner pull up the map even one time. Nor did they check the 5-6 crystals.
It's kind of a pain in inverted. Everything in inverted is a pain.
Everything's an extra time investment.
I wonder how long until we get that ped pull. Especially considering 2 of our 3 pendants aren't even in logic.
Nope, that 4th tier small key chat is not on Lumberjack, but that Swamp Palace small is still unaccounted for. Oh, Eri getting smacked around a little bit by Moldorn, but recovers quickly, does not get knocked down. Well, not much going on there, and yet another single check left because no small key.
Do you do the basement? He's not gonna do the basement. There's no way.
You don't have a small, I think, for it.
No, he does. He opened the door.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yeah, he opened the door by accident when he was doing the hair pot. Oh, he's going back in.
Yeah, he
changed his mind. He wasn't gonna, but nah, I'll do it. Fine.
Exactly. just like I'm not gonna. Oh, whatever. Let's do it. I mean, for all he knows, it could be Quake, so it's hard to say. So what are we looking like at this point for go mode? I think we just need a Swamp Small and
Mire Big.
Mire Big. I think that's about it.
GT Big? No, we got that.
Yeah, GT Big was early. I want to say it was a nice palace. Looks like Eriror is setting up a Death Warp, getting smacked around by the tiles a little bit. So that pretty much tells us, yes, going right to East Death Mountain to help clear that out. I mean, he's going to do it about as optimally as he can. Go over there, drop down, do probably Spiral first, go all the way back up, doing Paradox, and then dropping down one last time to go ahead and do... messes up those bombs, and drop it on one last time to go ahead and do...
He had a plan, it just didn't work out.
Picked up that bomb instead. Alright, so not much going on in Hero Basement. If Jet does elect to skip that, not missing much.
Has Jet done anything that Eri hasn't?
At this point, just Hera, I'm pretty sure.
No, Eri's done Hera, but Jet hasn't. Is there anything that Jet has done that Eri hasn't? Because Eri's done like 5 things that Jet hasn't,
No,
but it's somehow ahead.
So Jet is making the right call. No, I think Eriror's just routing has been just a little bit better. He's died out of places at just the right time. I think the only thing Jet's done that Eriror's hasn't is some of Mire. That's about it.
Oh, Mire, right.
And Jet with the right call to go ahead and do Spike Cave. He wanted to do this before, I want to say, but didn't quite get the heart drops, didn't have the magic for the cape, so elected to wait, which really did not hurt him. I mean, if he got that cape before Turtle Rock, would that have changed his decision at all to go into Turtle Rock?
I was thinking, because Eri's very good, right? His execution is top notch, but it's not exactly like Jet's asleep over here, you know?
Very true.
Jet is also very, very good.
Blue mail for Eriror so far out of the checks here. Oh, second Castle Tower small, putting that small key in logic. But then just giving us a swamp small and calling it good. Alright, so that key is pretty much useless, whatever it is.
There's still possibility it could be a key that unlocks locations like the desert key, but...
Oh, it's true. It could potentially be desert to unlock something required on right side.
We can ignore it for a long time.
We're talking darn near last location. I mean, right now, Jet has not even gone to the back of Skull Woods, so Jet does not know that the lamp is right there, though. He'll know logic, so he'll know the lamp is available somewhere at least.
Notably, though, we have not found the mirror on the mountain, which means getting back to Hookshot Cave for Jet is a bit of a slog.
Oh yeah, kind of need that for Gomo too, don't we?
Yeah, he'll need that pod big key.
So, Mirror, Pod Big, Meyer Big, Gomo? And we still haven't seen the green pendant turn in either, so could be something. Looks like Eriror could be doing that as we speak, though. Maybe combining this with King's Tomb and Mushroom? Oh, no, not turning in that green check. Yes, turning in that green check. Eriror, what are you doing?
I have no idea what he's doing.
You're confusing me.
Yeah. I don't even know why he's turning this in right now. I mean, I guess you want to turn it in sometime.
And getting
But,
some blueberries.
like, why not just full clear pod?
So at this point, unless pedestal is one of our required items, Jet is okay skipping the back of Skull Woods. Only thing that would make that easier would be finding the lamp to make Castle Tower easier. But I think he's proven so far that it would probably take more time to go get that lamp and do Castle Tower than it would probably just to go straight up and do Castle Tower. Green Pendant was Skull Woods. Oh, we need the turn-in.
Cute vanilla powder.
Oh, game. One more check for us to go do.
Hold on, let me go do that real quick.
But first, King's Tomb. In fact, you're close to just routed in with everything, aren't you?
You think he's gonna go all the way to Kakariko?
Could. I mean,
I don't know.
it's inverted. There's no great way to get there right now.
Okay, same thing. Okay, go to pod. Jeez.
I mean, what checks do we honestly have at this point that we have not seen besides 2 checks in pod?
Smith and Purple Chest, Hammer Pegs, Magic Bat, the rest of Pod, the rest of Meyer. Maybe that's it.
Yeah. And at this point, Eriror does have all 3 pendants, so at any point,
oh yeah, pedestal.
Can pull Ted.
It's a pretty low priority though. Like we're skipping a bunch of keys for that.
True, but he could use it as an excuse to do Magic Bat as well, whenever he wants to.
They're so far apart from each other.
They are. It's not a great check. I'd say go clear the crystals you can, and eventually go there if you need to.
The ice pick chest. Oh yeah, they haven't done the ice pick chest, but they can't do that, so that's not really. They're not skipping it. They just can't do it.
Ice Big could be in some random off location too, but if it is pedestal, that's funny. Could it be pedestal at this point? We only have 1 ice small, so logically, I don't even know.
What?
Does Ice Palace logic ever rely on small keys?
Yeah. To kill the boss, you need either a key in Samaria or 2 keys.
Okay, so at this point we don't even have 2 small, so chances of Ice Big being on pedestal is slim.
Well, we have a Samaria, so you only need 1 key.
Oh.
But you always need the big key, so it's not in logic anyway. But that wouldn't affect whether or not it can be pedestal. And there's that Quake medallion for Eri. See, he came back and got it. We're good.
Well, and Jet does make up a little bit of time if Eriror elects to go ahead and check Meyer without the big key. And it looks like Jet is going to go ahead and just save and quit out of here. Climb the Death Mountain once again.
Okay, going straight to Hookshot Cave. This is really important that Jet did this. Hookshot Cave is not easy to get to at this point.
But does he go
because
back to
we've
Turtle
done
Rock?
everything else.
Does he go to Turtle Rock for one check right now?
Pretty much no chance of that happening, right?
I don't know. This is about as good of an opportunity as he will ever have. Since there's no guarantee
Yeah,
that...
but your opponent is Eri. Like, you know he hovered it.
Okay, very good thing, like you said, that Jet comes here, picks up that big key, picks up the small key to Turtle Rock, and...
We're going in? Oh, no.
We're going in.
Maybe you go in because you know he hovered it. Oh,
Or
no, he's
maybe...
going to Light World. Never mind.
It still hasn't done Light Death Mountain, I guess.
Well, yeah, yes. He just
Has he?
maybe he didn't do one of the checks.
I thought he went like... Oh, okay. I couldn't remember. I thought he went straight over to Hira from getting the hook shot.
Yes, Dark Palace and Pod are the same thing.
Oh, we have our access to Swamp. So at this point, I think we are a Meyer Big Key from Go mode.
Yep, which is probably just in Swamp.
El definitely has more of an excuse to go there than to Meyer, so let's find out. Just a reminder for chat, if Eriror does win this race, then he wins the group guaranteed first slot. If Jet wins, then their match tomorrow will be more or less a face-off to find out who's the 1-2 seed in their group.
They'll play the next game no matter what, though.
Yeah. Just won't have much meaning unless Jet can pull this off.
Chat asks, what's the deal with the octopus on the ground in the desert area? What?
Probably has to do with the lore. I mean, there's a little...
What octopus? What are we even talking about?
There's a little carved octopus-looking thing on the ground when you're in the desert area. I don't know the lore of it, though. Probably has to do with lore.
A pattern in the sand or something?
Yeah. There's a pattern in the ground.
Well, maybe the desert area used to be like a water area, and it's his like imprinted skeleton, like dinosaurs or something, but it's an octopus.
Okay, Jet is in pod cleaning that up. And we'll find his swamp access just a couple minutes behind Eriror. I don't see Jet coming back in. I'd say with the routing you've got going and with your opponent, I think you just skip... you skip Harmless Hellway and go straight to Swamp if I'm Jet at this point.
I think he did Harmless Hellway. The big chest.
Oh, okay, it's just the big chest. So I skip that. I don't care if it's quick or not.
Well, you do get the mirror right here, though.
You do, and that's the reason why. If you got anything else, you go right back and check that chest, but you get mirror, so if you know your opponent, you're just like, I'm skipping that chest and going right to Swamp. And it completely depends on what's here, but I think Eriror has the lead regardless. Even if you don't find a Mire big here, you still have quite a bit that you can just go straight and check on high, desert, small. So that pretty much takes that lumberjack out of anything we care about. There's pretty much no small key we care about at this point.
Just Thieves Small, I guess, would unlock one check.
Oh lordy, that is true.
It's very, 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 very unlikely to be needed.
Red mail for Eriror out of Swamp Palace.
But it's not 0, right?
Right, it's just next to.
I'm saying there's a chance.
Jet, we're gonna need you to just skip the big key chest. Please just go straight for Swamp Palace.
Eri has skipped left side swamp for now, but he has the option of going back in. It's standard. It's standard play in this situation to kill the boss first.
Yeah, one item from go. If it's back here, you're saving yourself 2 minutes. And Ice Palace. Oh god, you've got Desert Palace for 2, Ice Palace for 1.
I think the way the items lined up in this seed, though, there was no way you don't orphan the big chest of Ice Palace eventually.
No, I think at this point
like
you're forced
you would have always have gone to Ice Palace before going to Eastern to get your first bow.
The game expected you to go back and get your lamp, and then you have, what is it? Then that lamp turns into something which helps with ice. I forget. I had a logic thing in my head, and then my head just went 10 different directions. But I think the lamp unlocked Samaria. That's where my head was going. So the game expected you to go in there with Samaria pretty quickly. So Jet now has the interesting opportunity, let's assume Swamp Palace has nothing, to go straight to Skull Woods, clear that out, and pull Pedestal.
That's an option.
So if Pedestal is the big key to Mire, and Eriror does not make that a priority to check after Swamp Palace, assuming Swamp Palace does not have that big key, that could be very good for Jet.
We do have options after this. Like we have like the terrible ice big chest, of course. But is it really that terrible? I think it's important to keep in mind that, like what I was saying before, like you could not have not orphaned it. You always would have orphaned ice big chest.
Like, the good part about Mir in this mode is that it basically unlocks earlier access to Turtle Rock, which they full cleared, and does not allow access to K45 and Graveyard Ledge, because those are both open and inverted. So they've already pretty much done all the things that helps with Mir, except helping routing a little bit easier. So could go up to make clearing out Skullwoods and pulling Pet easier.
Pyramid Fairy requires a mirror. I'm not sure if we have the red crystals. I'm not sure we even know which ones they are. I can't tell.
We don't. Yeah, I mean, statistically we're good, but I don't know. All right, so Mire Big Key not in Swamp Palace, so we'll see what Eriror elects to do first.
We have Mire marked as a red crystal, but we don't know the other one, I guess.
So
I guess that means we don't have it. Right. It doesn't matter, right? Like
that means Pyramid Fairy's dead at this point. All right, Eriror getting that heart piece out of the dig spot, and we'll see what he elects to do with this opportunity. You going southwest? You going southeast? You going northwest?
He's going desert.
You've got checks everywhere.
Oh, look at that! Go to desert. So if Eri goes into Mire, this works out really well for Jet, because that's the main thing that's putting Jet behind right now, is that he already went to Mire.
That's true. And right now, Eriror's doing a couple of proximity checks to do, but if he does end up going into Mire, that does buy Jet a lot of time. That's about a 3 or 4 minute investment just to get all those checks out of the way, but thankfully with Key Sanity, it does make it a little faster than normal.
Now, if we just find Mire big here, Eri is so far ahead.
Yep.
Not in the first check. Not in the second check.
Okay.
Alright, he's going to Mire. This is Mire.
Jet needed him to do this. Still making very good time for an inverted key sanity. 124, 1 item from go mode. Well, 1 key from go mode, I guess. Alright, so if you're Jet, you go back in and check left side, but after that, he's gonna have some decisions.
He doesn't have to check left side.
No, he does not. We know that, but he knows that there's 2 checks over there.
Given what's left in the game, it's hard to imagine he doesn't do it. It would not be crazy for him to skip it, though.
No, it'd be a smart, and given we know what's there, but well, gotta do what you gotta do. Swamp is one of those.
Unfortunately, this is gonna bring them back in line again, because Eri's gonna finish Mire about the same time that Jet does this left side swamp.
It will be. So Eriror does have an advantage in that he can go straight to pedestal if he chooses to do so. And
Yeah, he's already killed Mothula.
Yeah, and if Mire Big Key's there, then he's in good shape. But and on the other hand, if he starts doing other checks and holds off on pedestal, and Jet goes straight for Skullwoods and pedestal, then that could be good for him. But that's
yeah. I mean, at this point, it's just whoever finds it first, right?
Right. And you got that book, so you can, and it's faster to go there from the light world to mirror to the dark world, so you could check pedestal really quick.
It's not going to be pedestal.
I
know you really want it to be pedestal. It's not going to be pedestal.
You never know. It could be.
No, I do know it's not going to be pedestal.
And Eriror pulling off a backwards hover.
Yeah, this is a sword out hover in order to clip just barely into this this rail.
And after 2 tries,
it's not a very big time save, but it is faster to do that if you can do it first try. You can actually get into that rail with a bomb jump as well, but it is super finicky.
Moment of truth for Jet, though. Where do you go after this? Because if you go straight to desert, you're just giving time back to Eriror. If you go to ice, check the big chest, could be there. You are right next to Ice Palace, so it would make some sense.
Honestly, desert makes the most sense.
And that's exactly what he's doing.
It's not the answer, we know, but of all the things you have available, desert sucks the least, right?
That's true.
All right, so Eri finishes up Mire, so he takes the lead on checks again.
All right, Eriror, where do you go?
Unfortunate. That was a Jet's opportunity to take the lead, as if he went straight to where the progression is.
Looks like Smith Chain coming for Eriror.
Yeah, this makes a lot of sense. I don't know. I would be very tempted to going back to ice, because I know right, with the way the items were laid out, I know my opponent also orphaned it. There is no doubt in my mind that it got orphaned. So
Yes.
if that's where it is, then it's just who doesn't last locate it is the winner of the race.
Also true. You could make it your first check and hope for the best. Because you know it'll probably be one of your opponent's last checks. And go in Smith Chain as well. Probably.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe Skullwoods. I think Smith makes more sense here. Yeah, he's going Smiths.
Just like that, after an hour and a half, these two runners are, what, a minute apart? 2 minutes, maybe?
Oh yeah, that's right. Jet hasn't turned in the mushroom.
Ugh. Yeah, also is not, I guess, by
So like
that
you do the Smith sequence and you're right next to Magic Bat, and then you finish the Smith sequence and then you get the powder.
Right, with King's Tomb, too. Not at Hammer Pegs. Not at the Smiths. Oh, that's right, Jet doesn't even have the powder yet.
Oh right, fake powder is a thing.
That would be a little bit of a backwards thing here. Go get your actual powder from your mushroom, but already having done your mushroom check-in, or I should say your fake powder.
Look at the big brain on Jet.
I still don't even know what our stun prize is.
Do we care?
Not really. Always fun to know, though.
Purple chest is a big key for Skullwoods.
Oh, well, an excuse to, I guess, go back up there if he wants.
Classic key sanity. All we need is a big key for go mode, so you're going to give me every other big key first.
And we do have every other big key. All right, we're going to Skull.
Well, it's not great for Jet, though, because gets the big key, and then he's just going to go do the exact same thing. So we're continuing to follow this line where Aries just in the lead by a little bit.
Seems that way.
Nice bomb jump. Not
bombs.
Skullwoods.
Bombs.
Unfortunately, when Jet goes to Skullwoods, he's probably going to continue and go kill Mothula too.
Probably. And with going to Skullwoods from the Dark World, that kind of leaves your pedestal pull off the table, but it looks like he's going to Light World. We'll see if he is going to pull Pad for fun.
This is Pad. There's nothing else to do here. Has to be Pad.
That's true. We've done everything else.
Even though it's not Pad, guys, it will not be pedestal. I'm sorry.
All right, chat. Let's get your pet hype in chat. Let's, in the smallest of small chances, we'll see what happens. And chat's hoping Eri does not read the pedestal. And he's got his book out, but he's not reading. Blind pulling.
The fake out.
For the fans. And
womp womp.
As Koi said, not Pen. Alright, so Ice Big.
Just think how few locations the Thieves Town small key is left to be in, right? For that to be in logic.
Thieves Town small, what is that? Likely at Lumberjack at this point?
It's possible at Lumberjack.
Alright. What does Eri have left on the mountain?
Are we killing Aga?
Are we doing Ganon?
No. Over the ice big? Alright.
Look at him scooting up those stairs. And Jet about to pick up his powder, but does he go to Ice Big after this?
So the key on Lumberjack is either Thief Small, Mire Small, or Ice Small. And that is the only thing that would be unlocked from killing the boss here.
Yeah, this could be huge for Jet if he goes out straight for that Ice Palace big chest. Oh, has he not done Zora? I thought he did Zora. Or
What?
Jet is heading up to the Zora
He's going
area.
to Ice Palace, probably.
Oh, right, the portal. I almost always forget that backwards.
Oh no, he's going to Catfish. I see. We haven't done Catfish.
You can't.
I think Lumberjack's a lot more likely to be a Mire key though than the Thieves key.
Statistically, yeah, we're still missing.
Because like
two.
you need all 3 Mire keys, don't you?
I think
Vidi?
so. Even in Key Sanity, the game does expect you to have a whole set of small keys. Alright, Jet, what are you doing? You have yourself a little bit of time. You need to go for Ice Palace.
I guess he's going to Skull. No? Oh, he's going Pyramid. This is Pyramid. We have not seen this. This is a brand new check. This is the move.
I was about to say, we have not actually seen that yet.
Yeah, nobody bothered to come over here because you can just flute to Catfish. And we didn't have the mirror when we did Front of Escape. It's a big key!
A big key! It's the one we're looking for!
That's
Jet!
That's Sphere 1!
Oh my gosh!
That has been accessible since we started the game, because you could just flute to 5 and walk to the pyramid. Oh my god, and just like that, Jet takes the lead in go mode at 135.59.
Oh my gosh, this could very well, short of something catastrophic, this will mean their race tomorrow will decide the top seed.
Sphere 1, oh my god.
Well, I can't imagine. Well, Eriror's going to pick up their big key right now, right? They're just going to get Portal to the Light World and get a mirror and get that big key. So we're talking like maybe 45-second difference.
It's enough, though.
It is enough. With their execution, Jet can pull this off for sure.
I mean, even like you can say sure, Ares' execution is stronger than Jet's execution, but we're talking like frames better. It's
true.
It's not that big of a difference, especially in rando. So killing Aga will put him on top of Hyrule Castle, and then he can mirror from there to be on the pyramid. So as long as Eri hasn't just forgotten that he never did the pyramid, he'll get this big key now.
Which is actually pretty good for Eriror. That means I believe he'll be able to leave the portal up there. He'll be able to save and quit and go right there, I guess, if he wants to.
So Eri just did a 4-minute Aga Tower climb to get an item he could have just walked to.
Okay, so that huge hunt for Meyer Big Key was something they could have gotten 2 minutes into the seed or less. Holy moly.
It is really awkward how having the starting flute makes Pyramid really weird to get to.
It does. You get a lot of decisions, and with the amount of items they got from West Dark World, that just opened up so much. You have So little excuse to actually check Pyramid unless you're gonna combine it with Pod.
Like if you don't have the starting flute, then Pyramid just gets grouped in with Catfish, right? Like you just run Pyramid to Catfish at some point.
Exactly. All right, Jet picks up their 7th crystal at about 138.35. So they're going to head straight for Hyrule Castle entrance, which will, in this seed, be Ganon's Tower at the top. Well, Aga Tower entrance, I guess.
So you might notice Eri threw a block into the void there. That is this is the old way of setting up Spooky Mire. You can still do regular Spooky Mire and inverted, you just have to, like, intentionally do it.
And Eriror pulling off a smart play, realizing he had not gone back to left side Mire.
Nice.
Okay, that's just fancy.
Yeah, I mean, it's slower than the way we normally do it with the flute setup.
Oh my gosh, this is going to be so
it's a nice
close.
backup.
Yeah.
Jet has full hearts. He's not going to do it, though.
Oh, he's not? Oh, come on.
Nobody does it. Only I would do that.
I do it as well. That's fun. Do it. Oh, darn it, Jet! You could have pulled out the minor.
It's a weird little graphical glitch. If you have sword beams when you do the crystal cutscene in inverted, your beams take on the image of the crystals until you transition the screen. So if he swung the sword before he entered GT, he would shoot out crystals rather than beams.
Okay,
but there's no point to it. It's just silly looking.
And here we go. Jet is in GT, and Eriror can simply save and quit right from where he is. Start in front of GT, probably behind maybe 45 seconds.
Yeah, it's a nice little cut into his time loss from doing Aga. It was not worth the Aga kill, just to be clear.
Right, that's 5-minute climb or 3-minute climb plus 2 minutes of Aga, probably not quite worth it.
There's time to save on the climb in execution and RNG, but there's not that much time to save. So unless Jet makes some vicious error, it is his game to lose or win.
Ooh, some of the climb giving Jet some sass though, so probably giving Eriror a couple seconds to of catch up here going on. Couple of good rooms in a row, though. Oh, Eriror falling down from a cannonball to the face.
Clean landmo.
Good clean landmo, too, yeah. So a few seconds, Eriror will also make up as assuming that things have happened as they're going to happen. You're going to get Jet having to kill Moldorm and hookshot across, and Eriror is probably just going to hover, so that'll be some time made up for Eriror as well. I mean, this very well could be a 30-second difference by the end. Who knows?
Yeah, that's a long time when the only thing left in the game is Ganon. Okay. Skipping all the things.
Let's see if Trolldorn behaves. Yes, pretty darn well-behaved fight.
Oh, Eri. No, Eri!
Uh-oh, giving a little time to Jet
So
here.
he was trying to save some frames there and get the fire the first torch to the right underneath the sparks instead of over the sparks. But he missed that shot and he didn't have enough magic to do another one, and then missed with the lamp too.
It is a very tight window to do that. I never even try it. For the good players, though, it's like nothing, but occasionally the best even miss a little bit.
Well, the good players. Aerie is the best player when we talk about execution. He is
Right.
the benchmark that everyone compares himself to.
Ooh, a couple of triple opportunities, unfortunately, for Jet, just lining him up a little bit wrong, but still getting a quick, impressive Agatu fight done. Just as Eriror is heading into his Agatu. Ooh, this is a solid 30-second difference. A Ganon hug or a fall off the edge can make all the difference here.
He'd have to fall at this point.
Yeah, I mean, silver's butter. So if you pick off a clean Ganon fight, you're in good shape. And dropping into Ganon just as Eriror finishes off Agatu. And phase 2. Alright, phase 2 is done. And still giving Ganon the once over with a few extra swipes, no harm with that.
Well, you never know. Counting is hard sometimes.
That's true, especially when your heart's probably pumping as much as it is right now for these runners, looking at the time and seeing that their opponent is not finished.
Oh no, silvers, my one weakness.
No!
Other than being spun as I begin a warp.
Okay, giving a few seconds back to Eriror not getting that torch glitch, but pretty darn okay with these silvers. And pulling off double in chat or in the fight. So everybody get your GGs in chat. Yeah, take that, Jet. But everybody get your GGs in chat for Jet082 finishing, it looks like, in first place with a time of 1:46.08 in the race time chat. And quickly following suit is Eriror finishing off Ganon as well. GG's in chat for Eriror as well. Looks like finishing with a race time of 1:46.36, finishing 28 seconds behind Jet. What a race!
Yeah, it was super close in the end.
What won it for Jet is just continuing those overworld checks that are left over. Okay, we'll see if the runners want to come into the channel for a quick interview. There is another race coming up after this from another game, so we are going to have to make it pretty quick, though.
What time is that?
Scheduled to start in just a minute, really. And there we go. I'm on the right channel here.
Are we getting interviews? No one's joined.
It takes about 45 seconds after they finish.
Did we end the... You have to mark them as winners or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know if our restreamer is still here or not. Okay, so we're getting a confirmation in our chat that Eriror and Jet did not get invites for the Oh, there we go. Okay,
Yeah,
so
it looks like they just marked Jet as the winner.
there we go.
It doesn't send out the invites until we mark them. All right. Anyway, guys, welcome. GGs. We don't have a lot of time because there's more stuff coming up on the channel. But wow, pyramid, awesome.
GG.
Yeah, GG's, dude.
So I'm not
amazing.
sure if you guys realize you can just go there right at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it didn't feel like there was an opportune moment for
We
it.
could have gone
no,
there.
it
Yeah,
was
the
super
whole
gross.
game. The whole game. It was
And
just sitting there, and I'm like, I'll get around to it eventually.
Yeah, pretty much. And at some point, it's gonna be like, well, if it's there, I probably lost anyway.
Yeah,
Right.
that's what my thought when I picked it up. I'm like, well, I pretty much lost. Let's just see how much I can, how close it can be if I finish.
So Ari actually had a pretty nice lead at the end. Like he was just a little bit farther ahead. Every time you guys went somewhere, Ari would just do something like a little bit faster. Even the things he messed up ended up like helping him in some way. Like he died in the dark maze of Pod, and didn't get Quake. But then he doesn't double dip Meyer right away, and he does it eventually. But like it kind of works out.
Wow.
So at the end of the seed, Ari was up like a Mothula kill. Which looked like the place you were going to go next, Jet. But then when it came down to the choice, Ari said, Lumberjack Key, let's go. And you went to the pyramid.
Yeah. So I thought it was gonna be between Ice Palace and Lumberjack. Because
Right.
like at that point I had written off Pyramid. I was just like, well, if it's there, like I'm done for. Like it makes no sense to check it. It's like, okay, sure, I can do it after Aga, but at least then I save maybe like 35 seconds of travel or something. So yeah, when I was there, I was like, oh yeah, of course. Like, but I honestly thought when I went to Aga, or when I went to Aga Tower, because I still had the second chest unchecked as well. So for me, it was a 2-check thing.
Right.
I just thought, well, okay, I should have done Ice Palace first, because like at least I can kind of make it between Ice Palace and Aga then.
Yeah, I kind of thought you guys would do Ice Palace earlier because the way where the bows were, there was pretty much no chance that you weren't going to orphan the big chest, right? So like it's orphaned, yeah, but you know it's going to be orphaned for your opponent too, unless they went to Eastern with no bow.
That was my first crystal dungeon.
Yeah, yeah,
But
like you
I
didn't have to
wanted
do it right
hard.
away, but
There was no health in the very beginning, but
right.
luckily we got very early light world access and then just sort of cleaned up. Like once I got a bunch of hearts and then I had at least one small, and then of course getting Kane was just sort of like, yes, I will go to ice and I can do it quicker. Thank you, game.
Yeah, that was a big thing. Ari actually did Ice before the Cane.
Oh no. Well, that's like a minute and a half save right there.
Man, all these.
Yeah, and
all
at the
these
end of the
30
scene, I was
seconds
just
are
sort of-
adding up.
I was just sort of cleaning up. I was just like, let me try to group things together. My gamble was going to be Skull Woods. Like I had a feeling Lantern. I was pretty much confirmed that Lantern was there by the end, and I was just hoping I wasn't leaving Meyer Big Key as well. So I'm like, that's my gamble. And then I was just trying to decide like what is more likely. Honestly, I was probably going to leave that Lumberjack key until like the very end. I'm just like, that key is dead to me. I'm just not doing it. I probably would have done Ice after I checked Pyramid, or I might have went to Skullwoods. I don't know. And I
Well,
also had
the
the lava
Lumberjack
chest
key
as well.
Is almost definitely a Meyer key.
I was aware. I was aware. But knowing
Oh
that,
yeah, we only found one.
Yeah, but knowing that there were 2 Skullwoods keys on left side Meyer, I was like, well, I mean, like it's so likely that all of the pet stuff, like pet accessibility stuff, is in GT. And of course, that includes Thieves Town small, but I thought at that point I had to make a play. Because so much went wrong. I had like 2 or 3 overworld deaths early on. I had a Moldering fall.
Right.
I don't know. Like
Yeah, I mean,
I didn't feel great.
it's not like you made a really early Aga gamble. Like you waited until it was like one of 2 things left in the game. So I can understand the position you're in where you're like, okay, well, it's this or I lost anyway.
Yeah, so it was more like okay, well, I didn't play very well today, so I might as well just go for a play and leave Pyramid out. But alas, that's how it goes. I'm glad it was a close race at the end. I was kind of like when I killed Ganon, I kind of looked over and was like, oh crap, he actually finished in the meantime. Because I was like, okay, he hasn't finished yet. Maybe I have a chance. And then I was in phase 3, and I was like, oh, he hasn't finished yet. Maybe I have a chance. And then you look over for the last time, it's like, okay.
I was
There
very,
it is.
very close at the end.
And all because of Pyramid Ledge that we had from the very beginning. Pyramid is such an awkward spot, especially inverted does
with
make
the
a
flute
lot
start.
of inverted makes a lot of awkward locations, and since our Pyramid Fairy Crystal was Mire, it was just so weird to get back there.
Yeah, and you have the late mirror, so you couldn't even do it with Hyrule Castle.
Mhm.
And then you have the flute start, so you don't even do it with Catfish. You just flute to Catfish and skip the pyramid entirely.
Yep.
Okay, so apologies, we are kind of running into another race, which is going to be happening pretty quickly. So we do need to wrap this up pretty quickly. Any final thoughts from you two about the seed?
I can only hope tomorrow's race is just as close. Like, that's amazing. My heart hasn't pumped this much in a while, so...
Yeah, that was fun. Thanks for the restream, guys. And tomorrow is our next match.
It is the decider between 1 and 2 for your section of the match, of the races here. So we've got to wrap it up here. Apologies for the short interview. We do have a Mega Man 10 tournament final coming up imminently here on this channel. Otherwise, be sure to follow SpeedGaming Prime through SpeedGaming 6 and ALTTP Rando channels as well. And there's a lot of races coming up this weekend. So, Koi, it was a pleasure doing my first comms with you. I had a great time.
Yeah, me too. Thanks so much, everybody. GG's to our runners, and we'll see you later.
Yes, GG's, everybody. Take care and have a great day.